Hello, hello. Welcome back for Soulful Sunday. Last week I talked about how meditation can help reduce the suffering in your life, but I didn't really talk about how you could really learn how to do meditation or different types of meditations that you can do when you're first starting out. So as in my experience as building a spiritual business, then meditation really was a cornerstone of that for me. Okay, using mindfulness and meditation allowed me to tap into my intuition. It allows me to choose how I feel, which determines my vibration. It also allows me to choose my thoughts, right? And when I can choose both my thoughts and my emotions, which is my vibration, then that's where manifesting the life that I really want to live, becomes easy. So today I'm going to share 3 different types of meditations that work really well when you're just starting out. Okay, so the first one is just a basic breath meditation where you are focusing on your breath. And you notice when your mind wanders and you just gently say, oh, no, wait, I'm supposed to be focusing on my breath. Okay? You have self-compassion. You are kind to yourself. You don't get angry. You don't think to yourself, oh, I suck at meditating. You just keep drawing your attention back. Okay? So one of those is to use your breath. And I'm going to guide you through that at the end of this video so that you can actually experience yourself. The second one is doing a very similar meditation, but instead of using your breath, you listen for a sound. So right now, if I listen, I can hear my fridge humming. Okay, and so you would just focus on that. Other great things are fans, furnaces, air conditioner, maybe even a clock ticking, but you're just going to focus on a nice steady sound. And again, when you notice your mind is taking you somewhere else, because that's what minds do, they wander, they think. So when you notice that you're thinking about your to-do list or something that happened yesterday or something that's going to happen tomorrow, just be like, oh no, wait, let's bring this back. Okay. One of the ways I like to explain this is it's almost like training a puppy to walk on a leash, right? The puppy's going to go sniff, 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 run, and you're going to say, no, gently come back, heel beside me, walk beside me. And then it'll stay there for maybe a second, right? And then it's like, sniff, 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 run. No. Gently come back, heel, walk beside me. You don't get really upset. You don't get mad at the puppy because really, it's a puppy. That's what it does. And this is the same with your mind. Your mind is designed to think. And if you haven't been practicing controlling those thoughts, then it's going to kind of just go wherever it wants, and you need to gently train it to focus where you want the focus to be. So that's tip number 2. So 1 is to focus on the breath. 2 is to focus on a sound. Okay. The third one, and I really love this one, is where you bring up an emotion. You use your imagination to create a situation in your mind that brings up either happiness, patience, love, whatever you want to cultivate more of in your life. I often use just this happiness to really raise my vibration. Okay, so you use your imagination to think of a situation that brings up the emotion. When that emotion, let's say it's happiness, rises and you're feeling really happy, then you just focus on the emotion and you hold it. Okay, and I do this while I'm driving, actually, and I just hold that emotion. Again, if I notice that I'm kind of wandering or the emotion's kind of fading, use my imagination to come back to that situation. Basically it's a visualization, hold the emotion. Okay, so that's the third way that you can start meditating. And I really love that way because you're both practicing focusing your mind as well as you're marinating your mind in that emotion. So you're familiarizing your mind and your brain with that emotion. And so that'll make it easier to bring that emotion up in the rest of your life. as well as you're going to attract more of that vibration, right? More of that emotion is going to come into your life as well, because we attract similar vibrations. So I'm going to start just with teaching the simple breathing exercise. So you're going to get nice and comfortable, roll the shoulders back, take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, you can close down the eyes. Take a nice deep inhale and a sighing exhale. And then just gently draw your attention inward to your breath. Notice how when you breathe in, you might be able to feel the cool sensation on the nostrils. Follow the breath in and down the throat into the lungs. Notice the sensation as it just maybe pauses at the bottom of your lungs before you follow the breath back up and out, again noticing the sensation just at the tip of the nose. I'm going to be silent as we do that one more time. Inhale. Next, inhale, draw the nose or follow the air in through the nose, down into the lungs. Notice the pause, and then follow the air back up and out. This time, as you inhale, begin to follow the air in, but notice the expansion in your chest as you fill your lungs up. And then notice the subtle softening, the falling of your chest as you exhale. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, chest falls. I'm going to have you take 3 more breaths like that. Notice if your mind is wandering, if you're thinking about thoughts. If so, just notice. Draw your attention back to your breath, taking 3 more breaths here. And then whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes. It's really nice to just notice if there's a sense of peace that's happened. If you've had a little bit, that was a very short meditation, so it may not have. I encourage you to try this meditation consistently every day for about 2 weeks, maybe a month, and even just for 2 minutes. You can set a timer between 2 and 5 minutes, whatever feels right for you at this time, and see how this changes your life. When I started doing it regularly, I found that all of a sudden I could be vacuuming or chopping vegetables, and I would just have this beautiful bubble of joy, and I just felt like it was arising. And that's really your true nature. You've created this space for your true nature to shine through. So that was one of the benefits. The other benefit is I was really able to tune into my intuition. I started asking questions in my meditation, and then I would draw my attention to my breath, and that created the space for the answer from source to come in. And then I've always felt guided. I knew what to do. I knew what my next step was, right? I knew what I needed to do to get on the path, to get on my path, my journey. I knew what I needed to do to take my next step in my business, to fix my relationships, because all I needed to do was ask and the answer would come. Not always right away, to be honest. Sometimes it didn't come in the meditation. You'd be like, okay, I got nothing. But over the next 3 days or a week or so, you'd get these little signs and you'd be like, oh, that's the answer. All right, so that's one of the techniques. There's 3 other ones. I may go over the marinating in emotion next Sunday. So I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna kind of, this new Soulful Sunday is a little bit new, so I've got to kind of figure out what the best time is for me to do that. But I will be on Tuesday, Training Tuesday at 1:30. I'm going to be doing a training on my 5 tips to build a thriving spiritual business. So I'd love for you to join me for that. And then of course on Friday, also at 1:30, we're going to do More Fun Friday, which is usually pulling goddess cards and free intuitive guidance from me, where you can ask a question and I'll tune in and use my intuition for you. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. I see there's a couple of you on, which is great because I didn't announce that I was jumping on. And yeah, so I'd love for you to join me on Tuesday and Friday, and then again next Sunday. Have a wonderful Sunday, the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. Sending you high vibes and happiness.